Hello everyone, today we are going to have a story time with me. How are you? I hope you're doing well and keeping safe and staying away from this Omicron or Omi person. So today I'm gonna give you a story. So I figured if I don't do videos, if I don't have time to do videos, so why not do what I get off work or go to work. And the sun is shining, baby. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to this channel. I share with you opportunities, and now I want to share some story time with you. So I want to share a story where I was banged up abroad. Have you ever been banged up abroad, like locked abroad or arrested abroad? Abroad, this means any country that's not your country. Have you ever been arrested, by the way? Well, of course I have. And this is my story of how I ended up in a cell abroad, like on the border of this country that I had gone to. Guess which country? Guys, it's serious. Corruption is just crazy everywhere. Katika pilka pilka zangu za kutafuta pesa, kuna siku, there's a time I got myself in trouble. But it wasn't trouble. It's these people who got me in trouble. So, like I had told you about a hustle that I usually do. It's called the mystery shopping thing. The mystery shopping hustle is where you go to different shops and perform like activities of where you're doing like a survey for a certain company, and then you identify some flaws or good things that their clients are doing or their customers, and you get paid for it. So apparently I got an opportunity to I've traveled to different countries doing that hustle, mystery shopping. So I went to this country called Burundi. Burundi is in Africa, if you don't know. Burundi is it part of East Africa? I think. So I ended up going to this country, and we decided to use, I wasn't alone. We decided to use the bus from Rwanda, and it was easier that way because the airport it was not the best, like as I've had, and it's like a third world country. Let me just put it that way. My friend, at the border, let's talk about this thing called corruption. Like, corruption is crazy in Africa. Why do we have to have these crazy levels of corruption, and yet people are suffering? People are not, like, why should we suffer this much? You can steal, but don't steal 100% from the people. So this country called Burundi, people, if you're watching me from Burundi, I'm sorry, but I got banged up abroad in your country. And it was not a pleasant surprise because we ended up using so much money. We ended up using so much money to get out of it. So, okay, we go through Rwanda with the bus, and you have to oh my goodness, somebody has just crossed me on the highway. So you get to this country near the border, and you have to exchange money, like to the currency to where we were going. So we had Rwandan currency, so we had to exchange it to Burundian currency at the border. And because it's a job that we were supposed to do for like a whole week, so we had a lot of money, cash, because we really had a plan of spending the money, like doing the exact job that took us there. But my friend, somebody alerted the immigration officers on the other side. Like it was like a 500 feet walk, feet or meters, I think feet, crossing over to the other border, and the light is shining. I don't know if you can see me, it's so bright. So we ended up, somebody alerted the immigration officers on the other side that these two people who have a bunch of money, and you know the currency is so cheap that when you exchange it, the exchange rate is so cheap, so you end up having so much money, And then the immigration is like, where are you taking all this money? Huh? Where are you taking all this money? So by the time we are crossing the road, we see some people looking at us, like the police, the immigration police. And they were like, you guys come here, come here. So we go through there, we take out our passports, and then we end up sitting for like 20 minutes without getting our passports back. And then we're wondering, so what's happening? So apparently they had been alerted that we have so much money, and they're wondering, why are we carrying so much money across their border? So the thing is, they thought we were drug peddlers. So these guys are crossing me. Okay, fine. They thought we were drug peddlers, you know. So they had to stay. They stayed for like, I think, almost 3 hours with our passports, not even telling us anything. And they locked us up in like a certain room. It was not actually a cell, but they locked us up for like 3 hours. I don't know what they were doing, because they didn't inform us of anything. We just kept, you know, asking ourselves and trying to make calls. Actually, not even trying to make calls, because once you cross the border, the phone network changes. The phone network changes, so it was hard to even get somebody to help us. But we just stuck there and just waited and waited for like 3 hours plus. And remember, we have to go to check into our hotels and then plan how we're going to execute our project. And then what happens? People lock you up. The police, they don't even communicate with you. They thought we were drug peddlers. We had to like talk. And my colleague, actually, they speak French. So my colleague was from Rwanda, and he was speaking some French with them. So he was trying to explain to me that now they also were wondering why we had different visas on our passports. Like, for example, I had my US visa on my passport, and they actually thought, why would a black chick from Rwanda or Kenya have a US visa on their passport? They're coming to Burundi via bus. And my God, let me tell you, sometimes when you get money, not even money, it was like a job. So it was a job. So they thought, why would you have a visa, a US visa? They thinking you have a lot of money and you're not using the airport, you're using the land border, and you get, oh my gosh, there's a car over there. Okay, let me just show you. Oh, I think it's an accident, or the police are trying to do something. I'm not sure. Let me show you over there. Oh, it's a small, I think it's an accident. Can you see the police car over there? Oh my, or they're trying to stop someone. I don't know. So we ended up staying over 3 hours. We didn't get any water. We didn't get any food. We were so hungry. So we had traveled by bus using from Rwanda. And it wasn't that pleasant, by the way. So eventually, my colleague, since he can speak French, he had to tell them that we were just local tourists, you know, who were coming to do a certain projects with a certain bank. It was indeed with a certain bank, but we were not coming like to settle or do any kind of fishy businesses. We were just part of a larger team somewhere who had come to Burundi to bring them money as we were doing that job. So I don't know if they believed us or not, but we ended up by the 4th hour, around 6 o'clock is when they released us. And now, since there were taxi drivers outside, they wanted to know what the hell we were doing. They saw us like 4 hours, and then we were locked in. And then the rumors had spread out, like, these people have a lot of money and they're going to a certain hotel and they're going to do this. And by the time we got outside, we saw like a multitude, like a bunch of people come towards us, and they're like, hey, madam, madam, we can take you, like now in French, madam, we can take you to whatever place you want to go. This is my price, because we only you only use a taxi to go to like the city center in Burundi. And it was just weird that we ended there was a fight that broke out because we had to choose someone, like one of the people, to take us to a certain hotel, and these people started fighting, and then I had so much commotion and they were just like shouting. And unfortunately, I had already watched a certain film about the Rwandan genocide, and I saw how these people reacted like crazy out of anger. And then it got me thinking, what in the hell would people react so much like that if you don't give them an opportunity to like ride with you? And so it's like I related the scenario that was present in the Rwandan genocide with what these people were going through. Like, they were so mad. They was crazy. It was crazy. So my friend talked to them in French, and we ended up using someone who had a Pro Box. And that country, they do not have speed limit, and the country is full of mountains, and the roads are terrible. I just pray that God will help some of our leaders in Africa to just give us something small that will enable our countries to develop. You don't have to steal all, like, 100% of the money. Like, the corruption is just too much greed. Because I saw the anger in those people, the frustration, and the people at the immigration, how they took our passports and they started questioning us. We actually had to pay some money. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say, we had to pay almost, like, we had to give them like a tip. Like, it was a tip was like, I think like $10, but $10 in Burundi was like 500 Burundi franc, like 500. Even the immigration people are like, wow, this is a lot of money. And it was just crazy. So I'm already at home, so that's my short story for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.